If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month.
Brian Bradford Jr. is our Star Student of the Month. He's an 18-year-old senior over at B.B. Comer. And Brian, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good to have you with us this morning. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Brian.
Like you said, I'm a student at B.B. Comer High School. I'm an athlete, and I love my school. They taught me a lot, taught me how to be a stronger person, and I appreciate that.
All right. Who's your family?
My mom's Tasia Bradford, and my dad's Brian Bradford Sr. I have a sister, Acacia Bradford, a brother, Kelsey Bates, and another sister, Ryan Bradford.
How long have you been at B.B. Comer?
I moved to B.B. Comer my 4th grade year.
That's a long time,
It
isn't it?
is.
This is your last hurrah, senior at B.B. Comer, scheduled to graduate in May, and this guy's got a lot of history, a lot of background with his schooling at B.B. Comer. Let's first talk about your education. How important is that to you being a senior?
It's definitely important. It helps with scholarship. It helps with getting into a good college. I mean, it's everything.
Talk about some of the classes you're taking your senior year, Brian.
Currently, I'm in regular English 12. I'm in pre-calculus. I'm in economics right now. I just got done with government, and then I'm also in Earth and Space for my science class.
Yeah. Now he has maintained a B average throughout his high school career. And he is an athlete, student athlete at B.B. Comer, senior there. And I've called his name a lot of times on high school football on Friday night. And he not only plays football, he plays baseball and has won many, many awards, including All-State Safety, All-Region Safety, All-County Safety, and Small School Defensive Player of the Year. And a lot of good things to say about Brian, his student athlete years at B.B. Comer. Talk about what you'd like to do after you graduate.
I'm gonna go to college for football. I'm gonna play football. Well, it's for my education, but I'm playing football in college. I'm currently undecided in what I'll be majoring in. It's a big decision, and I want to make sure I'm making the right one for me.
I understand. He's got several choices. He's already received offers from Huntington, Faulkner, University of Cumberland, and West Alabama. So certainly you got to be careful about which selection of school that you choose. Leaning any way at this time?
I had a great visit to Huntington. They're definitely
not far from home.
No, not far at all. They're definitely one of my top schools.
Yeah.
That I'm looking at.
Talk about, Brian, the impact that your parents have had on you in your education and athletic skills.
Education, they stay on me. Athletic as well. They my biggest supporters by far. I've never had a moment where I didn't believe in myself because they were there. So that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, and of course you got on his C Club jacket, athletic jacket this morning. Know you're proud of that.
Yes, sir.
You have won a lot of awards for football, but you're a baseball guy too. Talk about that. Your season's about to start.
Yeah, we had a young team last year, and I mean, with a young team, you got to expect some downs. So now that we have experience on this team, I feel like we'll have a good year.
I want you to talk about this morning, and being a graduate of B.B. Comer myself, I've seen the last several years, especially, the numbers of players down. What was it like playing on that team with 12 to 13 players?
It'll make you tough. It will. It will make you tough. You got to play every snap. I mean, mentally, physically, it's going to make you tough. So it helped over the years, and my new coaching staff, all thanks to them. They helped me become the player I am now. Spiritually, I've grown this year. We have this not only my coaches being real religious, but we have this team chaplain, Joshua. I forgot his last name.
He's First Assembly. He keeps your feet to the fire, don't he?
Man, what? He stays on me. It's good though. He keeps me humble.
Yeah,
that's great.
Absolutely. And we're talking to Brian Bradford Jr. He's a senior over at B.B. Comer High School, scheduled to graduate in May, and he's been involved in many clubs and leadership positions. Talk about some of those clubs that you've been involved in, and of course he's an athlete, but he's also a student athlete at B.B. Comer, and his education is so important too. What about some of the other involvements you have at your school?
I'm in archaeology. Archaeology is pretty cool. FCA, which is big for me, because I wasn't really big on FCA until last year, but FCA, and let me think. Pretty sure.
Okay. All right. Talking to Brian Bradford Jr. He's a senior over at B.B. Comer High School, and here you are, final few months of your high school career. How does it feel being going down the road just a few months to go?
It's a big feeling, because at one stage you miss, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss your high school, but then again you have to move forward. You can't just stay in one place.
How do you want to be remembered as you walk away from B.B. Comer as a senior in May?
I want to be remembered as not this cocky guy that walks around school because he's an athlete. I don't want to be remembered as somebody that only cared about athletics. I mean, I want to be remembered as a good guy, somebody that was kind, not just a snobby person. Because nobody wants to be looked at like that.
Before we go this morning, we go back to your sophomore year, where you end up with about 12 to 13 players. What was one of the most trying times during that time for you?
Well, we had a tough season. I think we went 2-8 that season. It's just all those losses when you know you can't do anything about it. You're gassed, and the other team, they just got more people coming. So you just got to keep fighting. It's times where you want to give up, but you can't give up. That's not an option. So you got to keep fighting. That's probably my biggest obstacle, just feeling like we weren't enough. But God has a plan for everything.
That's good lessons in life, because there'll be tough times coming in your adult life, and you keep up the good work. Senior over at B.B. Comer's name is Brian Bradford Jr., and he's looking right here in this camera, ladies and gentlemen. Brian is our Star Student of the Month.
Tune in to Daybreak weekdays at 6:30 a.m. for your Star Student of the Month.